Ladies and mostly gentlemen, today we're going to talk about Covenants and more specifically the brand new mounts you can obtain through the Covenant system in Shadowlands. But before we get into all of that, guys, I just want to thank the sponsor of this video, and that is my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to check me out streaming the Shadowlands beta every single day, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM. Right, so I didn't want to make this video in alpha. We weren't really too sure on all of the ins and outs of everything, and to be honest, it's still beta, so things can still change, but we've got a pretty good idea of some of the mounts that are going to be obtainable through the Covenants. And as you know, gear, doesn't last forever, but mounts do last forever. So we're going to take a look at the 4 available mounts for the 4 Covenants, and and see some of the animations and then talk about them a little. So let's just jump straight in now with the Kyrian and their mount, which is called a Phalanx. Yeah, the Phalanx. What a cool looking mount model. Now, what's interesting about these mounts is there is a kind of non-elite version and an elite version, which is kind of cool. This is the non-elite Phalanx right here. Not too bad. I mean, it obviously uses the rigging from the standard cat model. Currently doesn't have a mount special. A lot of these mounts do actually have their own unique mount specials, which are really cool. So obviously this one will have one eventually, and this is the non-elite version here. Do love it. We obviously saw a preview of this at BlizzCon. Big fan of this mount. The elite version, however, is so much cooler. Like a lot bigger armor, massive amount of anima coming out the head there, huge gem on the head as well, and just super armored up. And what's great about it is it matches like almost perfectly with like some of the armor. So like, for example, the male armor for Bastion, as you can see here, like almost perfect to the matching there, especially on the legs and stuff like that. I love the little details like that, and the coloration of Bastion obviously being quite yellow and gold and silver. Really, really cool. Now, what's interesting about a lot of these mounts is that they actually have different recolors as well. With an interview I had recently with Morgan Day, we mentioned about mounts, and he said basically the art team make a load of mounts and they just don't know where to put them all. So presumably through the actual Covenant system, you'll get like one color, and then the others will drop from like, I don't know, rares or dungeons and stuff like that. But this mount does come in a variety of colors. 4 to be exact. You've got silver, you've got gold, obviously the standard one, you've got bronze, black. Like, I love the black one. It's obviously like more sworn. It's, yeah, really, really cool. Big fan of the recolors of the Phalanx. So yeah, that is the Kyrian mount, the Phalanx, and that's actually just kind of the placeholder name. It will probably have an official name pretty soon in the beta. The next Covenant we're going to take a look at is the Venthyr and their mount, the Gargan. Now, what's interesting about the Gargan and the Venthyr here is that it actually has a proper name. Ian did mention recently that the Venthyr are a Covenant that they've already pretty much, they've been doing that one first, so a lot more fleshed out and complete on that side of things. Now, much like the Phalanx, this does come in a non-elite and elite version. The non-elite version is called the Harnessed Hope Crusher, has like a full description on the mount journal and everything. I like to call these the Jay Leno bears, as you can see from the chin there. A really cool looking mount though, obviously uses kind of the rigging from like the new bear models, like Blackpaw I think is the one like that, but it does have its very own mount special. This is it right here, absolutely amazing, kind of digs up a little bone there, I love that. I don't think it's used by any other mounts, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that one is actually unique. So that's the non-elite version. The elite version is actually called Vrednik, I think it's called, something like that. I think it's pronounced like that. This is obviously the one that was previewed on the Covenant preview there. Love this mount, dude. Look at that saddle, like huge flames coming out the side of it there. Obviously using that design from the Venthyr, like, just kind of like tombstones and kind of like gothic theming. Like, it's amazing, right? Look at the armor on top as well, like huge spikes coming out of it. And yeah, I think it's a fantastic upgrade from the non-elite version. Huge spikes on the paws there, like big chains wrapped around it, and like that kind of like cloth around like below the saddle and stuff. The design on that is really detailed. It's got kind of like skulls on it and stuff, and this also comes in a variety of colors. You've got like a white one, you've got a red one, which I absolutely adore. That red coloration with the gold is amazing. Not too sure, again, like there is probably a high chance the one that was previewed is going to be the one for the Covenant. Could also be a chance that the red one could be it, or the white one, or stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting, but as I said, they do make a variety of colors for this. But yeah, I absolutely love the Gargon there. One of my favorite mounts for sure, the Jay Leno bear. So yeah, that's the mount for the Venthyr. So next up, the Necrolords of Maldraxxus and their mount called the Tauralis, I think it's called, or something like that. Obviously, it will have a better name when it is officially released to the beta, but yeah, that is the name as of right now. What a awesome looking mount. This is actually called the Giant Beast mount in the game files, so that's how like epic this mount is, and it truly is. It truly is such a awesome looking mount. The non-elite version is pretty cool. I mean, it's not the best in the world, you know, it's just an unarmored version of the one that we just saw. Kind of got bones sticking out the side, very kind of necrotic and, you know, kind of necrolord and hardcore, you know, the freaking head is just a big skull, you know, that's just amazing. And like those horns there, you can see them like not really on there, like at the top, like they're just kind of protruding out. That is so metal. But yeah, obviously the elite one though, goodness gracious, with that armor on there, with the coloration of the green, looks so good. You can see around the horns there, they've kind of wrapped cloth around them, making it more rustic and kind of dangerous looking, and there's just huge straps hanging down from the sides. This also does have a mount special, which I believe is unique. It kind of bucks away, and yeah, really cool. It's actually quite a large mount as well, which is really cool to see for the Necrolords there, and obviously it does match all of that armor that you're going to be obtaining if you are a member of the Maldraxxus Covenant. This also does come in a variety of colors, including kind of a brown one, you have like a bluey one, a purple one, and of course the green one, which is the one that was previewed on the Covenant preview there. So yeah, not too sure on the official name, but on the game files it is a Tauralis, I think that's how you pronounce it, something like that. And yeah, it's one of the better ones for sure. And finally, over to the Night Fae of Ardenweald and their mount called the Rune Stag. Now, the Rune Stag is an interesting mount. The actual preview right here is not the elite one. This is actually the non-elite one, so maybe that's an issue that they currently have. But there is an elite one, as I said, and the elite one looks pretty neat. Now obviously, this is just a toolbuck. They've reused that toolbuck model a ton of times. What in Warlords of Draenor and Nagrand, all the time, right? Argus as well, I think they use them, like, all the time they use that, and yeah, it is essentially just that, kind of just like a big horse, but I do love the design of it. I love those huge horns. They've got, you know, they're kind of swirling around there at the top with these, like, kind of glowy things in the middle there. Absolutely amazing. This does actually have a variety of colors. The one previewed here is the blue one, which I imagine is kind of the standard one. Also comes in dark, teal, and white. I do like the white one a lot, and yeah, presumably a lot of these might drop from rares and stuff around Ardenweald, but that is yet to be seen. But as I said, the blue one seems to be the one that they will be obtaining through the Covenant. I mean, the animations, as I said, aren't the toolbuck one, but it does have a mount special, I believe is unique. It does a little gallop and a little leap, kind of cute. Yeah, I don't mind it. I think it's pretty cool, and if that is unique, then that's great, you know, like, at least it's not just like another standard toolbuck. And as I said, there is obviously a non-elite version, with just tiny little horns, really, kind of exactly the same, essentially, just without the armor and the little horns. But yeah, nothing too spectacular. I think the Rune Stag is probably one of the weakest ones out of all the Covenant mounts, personally, but some people might really like that design. So yeah, that is the Rune Stag, which will probably have a different name when it does actually get released. So that's pretty much it, guys. That is all of the 4 Covenant mounts currently in the Shadowlands beta. Obviously, it's beta, things are subject to change, but that are the mounts that we currently have available on the preview there. So do let me know down below which Covenant you're going to go for. Do let me know which Covenant mounts are your favorite. What'll be interesting to see is whether or not the recolors will be available through different means and for players who aren't a part of that Covenant. Don't know if that'll make the Covenant choice as impactful, but still, like, I guess having that specific blue Rune Stag for an Ardenweald person, but it does look like from the game files as of right now, if you're in the Necrolords and your alt is a Ardenweald person, you can't actually ride the blue Rune Stag as your Necrolord character. But again, that's just through data mining and stuff, so nothing's confirmed as of right now, but that's just how it looks. So, as I said, guys, do let me know which one is your favorite. Before I go, guys, I'd like to give a massive shout out to my amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome. If you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. I've also got a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members, and as I said, I am streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM, streaming the Shadowlands beta every single day, doing viewer requests, doing everything and anything that's possible on the Shadowlands beta, having a ton of fun, and playing with viewers, which has been super great since beta's come along. So if you want to check me out, guys, twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.